That's my fault. I should have been warning them. All right. Um. All right, everybody. Welcome to episode 7 of Silver Shadows: Trail of Echoes. This episode is tomorrow. We have the big reveal game, the big game, but today we are leading up to that. So for the crew that has not been able to catch up, and that's perfectly fine. What has happened is 4 of our crewmates just went missing one day. And nobody even realized that they had gone missing until we completed a mission and everybody was celebrating, like big round of high fives, looking around, and all of a sudden, hey, where are these guys? Like, we are missing Midnight, we are missing Vorse, we are missing Tarkus, and we are missing Valentina. Um, so they have gone missing. And in the time that they have been missing, the amount of dangerous monsters showing up to the world has increased 100-fold. Like, we are seeing ridiculous corrupted versions of, like, ships were coming to life in Bone Meal in the desert up here. Like, ships were coming to life as like giant amalgamations of corruption. Like, then they drip this gross toxic goo. You don't want to get this goo on you because it does cause massive problems. Spirits are getting turned into weird things. Um, Krieg might have had a run-in with them on Cullet, but I don't think so. I think everything's working out there. Krieg didn't deal with any corruption. Um, but we have been being sent around the world. We have signals. We had a signal from the Sickened Sea. We went and searched it out. The crew wasn't there. We had a signal from deep in the forest, in the like magical forest to the east and to the west. They weren't there either. Um. Oh wait. So now we are going. Peanut is going to send you guys on a mission. Specifically, I'll introduce the players in just a second. Sorry, Nika. Am I saying that out loud? Am I talking about that or? Okay. So, um, unrelated slash unrelated to the game. Uh, we are taking a ton of Ubers lately, and it's costing us a lot. And like, we don't get paid until like next week. So, um, we had a plan that for every $10 in donations that we get today, that we were gonna send out a coupon that'll give everybody 2 card packs. So like if you donate $10, we will send you we'll put out a coupon that gives everybody 2 cards.
You
And
know
then you
we
guys just
hate
click
like
this. Okay.
asking for donations, like you know where how much that's like pulling teeth for me. So I want to make sure that there's like a thing that y'all get in like as a thank you for doing it. It's gonna be like $300 in Ubers for all these fucking doctor's appointments this month, and I'm like not a fucking about it. So that's a thing. Don't feel obligated. Please, for fuck's sake, don't feel obligated. But just that's a thing.
There we go. All right. And now I will get to introducing the players. And thank you for any support. Like any support. Like the buying the cards is enough. Thank you guys. You guys are doing great. Thank you. Being here is enough. All right. So we have Will playing Arthur.
Hello.
We got Kevin playing Clovis.
Hi.
We got Imperial playing Renic.
Hello, everybody.
And we got Fee playing Vidra.
Hello.
All right. So we're going to start today's game as for Vidra, Arthur, and Renic. Peanut has called you into his office. A running gag for me now is I'm going to keep changing what this portrait is. So, like, you get to come into Peanut's office. He's like, excellent, excellent. And he's like setting paperwork down. And he's like, Renic, excellent, good to see you. Like, reaches over and just like gives Renic a hearty handshake, like just really happy to see like a familiar face.
Certainly.
It's just like, there's been some weird issues going on. It's like, I'm sure that you're familiar with it. I'm sure you're not happy about it either. And then like Arthur and Vidra show up, and he's like, "Excellent, thank you guys so much." And it's just like, have you guys formally met Peanut?
Nope.
Nope.
So Peanut's like, "Excellent, excellent. Krieg gave you your temporary badges, and it is about time that you introduce to me. I am Peanut, the administrative officer of Lockstitch. I do most of the mission assignments, the official mission assignments." And then he turns his eyes to the weird little golden gecko on his desk. This is a golden bobblehead, for the record. And he's like, "Normally we have you assigned with Krieg, as he is the one that hired you directly onto the crew. But right now he is busy."
Can I
And he
go up
says,
and just like pat the bobblehead?
"Oh, absolutely. You can go pat the bobblehead." You pat the bobblehead, and immediately, you get the feeling that you should put a coin on it. Just like you get the feeling that you should give this thing money.
I dig into my pocket, and then I dig into a different cargo pocket, and then I dig into a different cargo pocket and pull out a coin and stick it on top of its head.
You get at any point you can call upon a +1.
Mmm.
Just you get one whenever you want to put it, wherever you want to put it, +1. Doesn't even have to be your roll.
Ah. I'm going to also take a photo of it because I think it's neat.
Oh, it's so cute too. And like, you know what? You think like this is such a roll me a 20 sider actually.
All right. Ah.
All right, 6. Tough choice.
Mm.
Do you want this to be an absolutely amazing picture? Like, you know that this is an amazing picture. And like, you could sell this. like like you feel it. This is a great picture. This will get your name out there even more than it is already as just a photographer, like a still life photographer. Like, people will
Hmm.
have this in their rooms as posters.
They'll
Now,
sell
half
it.
of the money that you make from this will have to go to Krieg.
Yes, of course.
The other choice was just going to be, it was an okay picture, and it's just like it doesn't like develop right. So like, but the first
You know,
option, and I'm just like barrel of the gun at you, like you are looking down the barrel of a curse. Not even a curse. You were looking down the barrel of Krieg's money making magic.
ah, see, I actually like him well enough that I don't mind splitting royalties.
Absolutely. And just that thought right there feels almost like a binding contract.
That would be it. That's what I'm doing.
All right, solid. And it's like, yeah, it's like a really good picture. And Peanut just looks at it, he's just like, "I think it's adorable." And it's like, "Now I've called you all here because I've heard great things from Krieg and from Gemini. I don't know if you guys have met Gemini. He's your biggest fan, Arthur."
Oh, well, flattered.
It's just like, now, one of our members he took it upon himself to begin exploring the tunnels that are appearing under the ground. Remember, Clovis is deep underground. I've been getting periodic messages from him while he's been missing.
Hmm.
And things are getting weird underground. And I would like you all to go and assist him. Like, currently, I'm going to move us over here. Hey, Clovis, can you point on any of these maps to where you are right now? You're underground, but like, where are you?
This is where we were last game, right?
You guys were over here last time. Oh, I'll focus pink so everybody can see it.
I'm guessing. Let's see, just like down the coast somewhere over here.
Okay, all right. So we're still like. So Peanut's like, well, we've set up a meeting point for you all in the town of Rue in Alkali. Those way down into the tunnels that they have found. I've requested you two and Renic's aid for documenting everything. Anything down there. Document it.
On it.
Any particular objectives beyond just document everything? Is there something in particular you're looking for?
We are looking for our lost crewmates. We have Royce. You might recognize him from the picture behind me. If you find a dwarf that looks like that, excellent.
Dwarf
There's
chief.
also Tarkus. He is large. He is blue and white, made out of ceramic. Looks like a robot, but I keep being informed that he's not.
That seems fragile.
It seems fragile. It does not something that you want just lying around. And then, of course, we are missing Midnight. Reason that we believe that they should be pretty much safe is Midnight's a pretty good tracker and a pretty good survivalist. And then there's Valentina. Now, I love Valentina. Trouble follows her.
Mm.
Anybody else?
Those are the four that we are missing. But we also have ridiculous amounts of. Well, we'll call them what they are. They are monsters. They are making their way. Some of them we have been seen crawling up from under the ground. If you can find the source of this corruption, slow it or stop it. If you can stop it, great. The whole world will be in your service. Slow it if you can. Or if you can only just find a source, anything will be helpful.
Got it.
And he's just like, now
Well,
Renic. Oh, go ahead.
Are there any specific resources that you guys are looking for beyond our crew?
If you could get a hold of the corruption. I know it's been very difficult. Kay tried to bring us back some recently, and it corrupted a silver file over time.
Mm.
The information we have is the corruption flees from both null metal and silver. It doesn't like either one of those.
Mm.
So that means that we don't want to take anything like a pair of, say, null metal knuckle dusters, right? 'Cause that'll lure the corruption away.
Oh, I mean, it doesn't seem to like move away from it. It doesn't like it. You could like people have been fighting them with null metals, so yeah.
So a little
Alright.
more like hydrophobic, but with null metal.
Right, and it's just like they're almost. Peanut says, like pulls out drawings that some of the crew have been doing, like sketches, and it's just like if you look here, it's like a strange mass of fluid, but I have been told multiple times that whatever this connects to, it corrupts and can turn it into a monster itself, and there's no going back. Once you are corrupted, you are corrupted.
Gotcha. So maybe null metal knuckle dusters might be a good idea.
We have been given some weapons from the folks over at the God Hunters for just such occasions. If you guys go into the workshop in the Discord, there are 5 weapons pinned in workshop. You're gonna have to go to the pin thing. Well, If somebody
Alright.
could move that to the bottom for me at some point, that'd be great. Or we'll make a new chat for it. There is a weapon called the Mauler. It is a 7-foot tall axe with a warhammer on the other side. It's like it's one half is an axe and one half is a hammer. The hammer's got null metal in it, and we have seen it do nasty damage to the corrupted creatures. There is also skyhooks, which are basically what if Shodels were the swords from Attack on Titan with like cords and all and everything. There is a grappling hook gun that can fire grenades of multiple different kinds of poisons and poison, sleep, stun, all like your status ailments come with that. And it also has a grappling hook to climb monsters. There is also a cannon, and the cannon is made by the clowns at in Glomecrest. It's from Sonnery. The Glomecrest clowns have given a cannon. It has to be wielded like over your shoulder like a bazooka, but it's a cannon size, and anybody under 4 feet can be fired from this cannon. It also can be used to fire literally anything. Anything that you can stuff down the barrel can be shot out to deal damage. That damage is based on what we want it to be. Like if we think it's really cool that like if you fire a weapon, it will deal that weapon's damage. But if you like fire a skull, we're gonna have to get creative.
So you're saying that I could be shot out of a cannon?
You sure can. And if you want to be the one that has the cannon, it'll come with its little red wagon.
Oh my god. Sounds too adorable for words.
It's a clown cannon. Like by the way, it is painted up on the outside of it like the cannons that people get fired out of in circus shows. You will be spending a lot of time underground. Please prepare any materials that you feel might be necessary for the job.
I have a question about flashes. Should we actually think about doing that, or should I do my best to have just like a super high ISO and be able to like, or night vision lens?
Night vision lenses?
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's like everybody goes down, like he like hands out recon visors for everybody. It's just like, okay. We've programmed these to also let you see in the dark. So it's like really dark down there, but a lot of these maps are going to look like they're in broad daylight. For some reason, the map generator can't make things dark.
Okay.
That's like, now Renic, there is some disturbing information I've gotten from down there lately. And he slides a piece of paper across it, and it's just like the magic levels are everywhere. And it's just like it appears, and this is going to be terrible news for everybody involved. The entire world is being set on a different baseline. From what we understand from it's just our cohorts that are currently in the library of Yoke, they have made us aware that the librarians in Yoke, lowercase l, not capital L, have become aware that the magic in the world is rising to an outrageous degree. So they are saying that the entire Echo's magic is at least on the level that Folksong was when we arrived. And that seems to carry over for Folksong's silliness as well.
I'm so glad we're not going to Folksong.
It's like, Folksong has been turned up to an 11. But if you see things that are a little bit seem too silly, like a little bit too magical, please make note of those.
Of course.
And he's just like, Well, like we will prepare your ride down. None of you are upset about taking the airboat, right?
Correct.
Excellent.
Nothing. Not here.
It's like the airboat is a ridiculous vehicle that looks like well, it's an airboat from like basically from Florida, but attach a jet engine to it.
Of course it is.
All right. So Clovis,
Yo.
let me move you guys just a little bit. You have been down in these routes for weeks now, like traveling around, finding things. You have encountered maybe not dozens, but at least a handful of large, like corrupted monsters. In my head, you have a big like burlap sack over your shoulder that is full of monster parts. What are some of these monster parts, if you can think of any?
Hmm. What kind of monsters are we thinking?
We have seen bug monsters, we have seen artificial monsters, we have seen basically bug zombies. We have seen a giant like raging cat named Bane that broke a bat's back, which is how it got its name. I think like Monster Hunter-esque, like if you yeah, straight up, there was a wyvern down here, a subterranean wyvern. And like you got beat up, but you won.
Yeah, I'm fine. I guess teeth. Cool looking eyeballs.
Got a sack of teeth and eyeballs, all right? Go ahead, I'm just adding to the list.
Maybe some fur. Some nice furs.
Okay. Teeth, eyeballs, fur. All right.
Cool looking eyeballs.
Cool. Sorry, my bad. Like, what's a cool looking eyeball? Because the coolest eyeball to me is either a goat or an octopus.
Yeah. A couple of colors in there.
Absolutely. And like, so other team, you guys like get down. I mean, you get all the way to the location and drop in on Clovis. Now, this tunnel only has two directions it goes. Like, back the way that Clovis came, or straight. But all around you right now, we see, I don't know why that was happening. Like, there is water running down here. We are so deep that, this will eventually go under the sea. Like, you will go under the ocean. All of this is like all of these roots are somewhat metallic. Some of the roots have like valves on them and gauges. Some of them are rusted right through and like corrupted right through, and instead of like there's like it's not liquid pouring out or steam shooting or anything, but like slowly just like blurp blurp of super gross corrupted liquid.
Ew.
And that's where we are starting today. And this is where Clovis has been like traveling for a while.
So when you say we dropped down on him, did we literally drop down on him?
I think we
I'm
probably
sorry,
had
Clovis.
ropes.
We did not see you there.
Okay.
We took you by surprise. And take your photo.
Take Clovis's photo.
How long you been down here?
Rolls up my sleeve to look at the watch. There's no watch. I don't know.
We're talking days, weeks, months?
Probably like a week. Maybe.
Got it. All right. Well, glad we found you here. Can you give us sort of the lay of the land? I mean, I know you just came down from that direction. What kind of scouting have you been able to do?
There's lots of rocks. There's the bad sludge. Don't touch the bad sludge. There's monsters. That's about it.
How many
Got it.
monsters have you fought?
Like 6.
I'm glad you're still here.
There's
Well,
some big worms. Watch out for the worms.
good thing they gave us this stash of weapons here. So I guess we have the everything in the little red wagon right now, including the cannon. Do we want to maybe equip ourselves?
Oh, you guys just bought them all? Fuck yeah! Nobody else has bought them all yet.
Yeah, why not? Right?
Clown cart.
I mean, you offered them all to us.
I
Might as
did
well
do
take-
that.
The spirit
And
of
you said
us.
you made it sound dangerous, so we brought everything.
So we have the lock hook, we have the clown cannon brought to you by Glomecrest Boardwalk, where you know what they say, if you're not having fun, you're no fun. That's the full name of that cannon. We have the sky knives, and we have the mighty mauler.
Good to know.
So, Clovis, since you've been down here the longest, why don't you take your pick?
From the weapons? Oh no, I'm good. I'll stick with my swords. Thank you.
I'm gonna take the mauler. See how that goes.
So hey, boss, if I want to take the cannon, will you carry or pull the wagon for me? My hands are full.
Yeah, I can do that.
Thanks, boss.
This will make for some great footage.
Oh, it's like a camera on the tracks, real steady cam.
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe I don't have a token for like a little red wagon? That really seems like I have tokens for everything.
Do you have a token for the clown cannon?
I was like, I couldn't get it to like look right. 1 second. I think I have something.
I'm going to take the sky knives just for the moment.
It's like, but you have the sky. All right, yeah, absolutely take the sky knives for sure because they're strong. But you still have your really strong swords, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, I'm up to 6 swords now with those 2.
Nice, good. You look like that one character from Rurouni Kenshin.
Yes.
Man, I really wish that guy didn't turn out to suck. I really liked Kenshin. So, Arthur, you've got the mauler, you said, right?
Yep.
All right. And you've got the sky knives. Clovis is good with his swords, he says. And we got the clown cannon out.
Yes.
The last time we saw the sky knives used was Karam. He turned himself into a wrecking ball. So yeah, if you guys want to do like studying roles and stuff in here, that's fine. There is obviously like more going on. You are traveling to the west if you are following this thing. You guys have anomaly detectors on you. That's just part of your normal uniform. What those do is they detect when magic does not match the area that it's in. Because every side has its own magical like field, or like feel is more the word, like its own magical vibe. But anomalies are going against that. They change the vibe.
It looks
Okay.
like If you have been exploring that way, it looks like there's only really one direction to go from here. Shall we?
Yes.
Dragging our little red wagon full of a cannon. You guys continue on, and like, it feels real gross down here. If you're not particularly magical, you don't have to worry about it. I don't know if Vidra or Arthur, are you either one of you particularly magical creatures?
I don't believe
Like
so.
characters?
I'm not. I think
Then actually, go ahead.
I think Arthur is currently feeding our cat, so he's muted.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Renic tries not to vomit.
Renic, as we like go, like turn like one of the like long turns, you see a knot of roots. That's what this is. It's just a knot of roots, and each one, it looks like pipes that have like welded together,
Hmm.
and they have valves, and like they are like these ones are doing the steaming overpressuring. Like you can see that the gauges are all in the red just
Mhm.
from a distance.
Sure. Do we know what is in these pipes?
Um the notes that we have thus far are like it feels like magic travels through these pipes, almost undiluted magic.
Mm.
Hmm.
Like it is theorized mostly by case theories, but I'm not they're right. So um these are the roots of the whir. The whir is this. I'll show you the map real quick. This is the whir over here. It is a absolute giant tree. A lot of the people in the world know that it exists, but they don't know what it does. So like we still don't know what it does. It is weird. Sorry, not where. Weird. It is as much artificial as it is natural. Like it's
Mhm.
metal pipes, but these metal pipes grow.
Okay.
Mm.
And we haven't been able to get into contact with the people who at the weir, even though Peanut's been sending many, many letters.
Hmm.
Okay. So I know I haven't really been truly looking into my character sheet the last couple of times I've played, but I do have a couple of things that might help right now. I have a little seeker levitating orb that can scout adjacent rooms for me, so we can see if it can go by without getting the the valves to explode. And I also can uh, um, sense the general layout of the next three areas in like an underground structure, which we happen to be in.
That's where we are, for sure.
So I can kind of like if we need to find a way around that, I can kind of.
Well, it is at least different. Have you been seeing much like this while you were down here, Clovis?
A lot of pipes, yeah.
But nothing like this is clearly overpressurized to some extent.
Looks like it.
This is
First
new.
I've seen it. Hmm.
Is there any way that Renic can see what is on the gauges?
Oh yeah, go ahead and give me a roll. 7, so tough choice. Okay. Um on the gauges, you see that many of them are like full. Like hmm. Yeah, oh sorry, everybody. Renick did choose his lucky numbers. They have 3 for them. The party, if the party rolls a 3, it's a crit. It's a full success. It's a 20. If I roll a 14, it's a 1.
Yeah, I did it before we went live. Sorry. What Renic is trying to see is like what if there are. You said they're all in the red. He's trying to see like what are they labeled.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you have. Here's your tough choice. What number is on the gauge?
Like any number, like at all.
Oh, 1 through 20.
Okay. Let's find out. 9.
9. Oh no, I don't have the die in here. Nika, can you help me out? Which side's 9?
It's virtuoso.
Ah, virtuoso. It's absolutely. Oh. Hmm. 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 So you see, 9 is like full, and it's about to burst. You see valves all along it. You can take an educated guess that these valves control the pressure, but you don't really know what to do. Inside this is the magic from 9.
Mm-hmm.
This is incredibly like inside like one of the windows. You get a feeling for null, like a strong pulse of just like no magic in there. But like, go ahead.
From one specific window, or like one of the windows on 9, or
One of the windows on the pipe of 9.
Okay.
As this is like you see it like doing the like puffing out the pipe thing, like breaking the brackets a little bit. Has not burst yet, but
Gotcha. Okay. So he turns to everyone and says, "Look, I don't think we got a lot of time here. This looks like it is literally about to blow any moment. I am not certain what is going to happen here, but I think these valves control the pressure. Please take cover. I'm going to try and fix it, or at least ease it for now."
Okay, I'm gonna find a place that would be cover for me, and then I'm also going to like kind of peek myself around and like with my camera, just make sure that I'm getting this for posterity.
Yes, I'm gonna go hide too.
it's just it's like nope. All right, so
Yeah, I'm
let's
gonna go ahead and take cover.
so and Renic, you're just gonna like educated guess the knobs.
Yep, I'm gonna educate a guess and like release the pressure on that pipe specifically, just enough so that it doesn't look like it's about to explode at literally any second.
All right, so give me 2d20 because I think that like your educated guess is better than just a 1d20. But also take the plus one. We have +1 because of confidence.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna do a thing we haven't done yet. I'm gonna spend 4 AP and I'm gonna roll a D8 instead.
Okay, all right. So 2d8.
Yes. Great.
Is the 4 is like a tough choice with those ones, right?
No, 4 and 5. Yeah, is a tough choice.
Ah, yeah. So 4 since it was a 5, all right.
Yep.
So absolutely. You can either not be able to deal with it right now and it will explode out and it's going to hurt everybody's AP. It's going to do 6 damage to all of your AP. Unless you guys want to give up a magical item each. Because that's the you can either take 6 AP damage or lose a magical item. It is no longer magical. Or alternatively, you can roll another 20-sider and have fixed right now. It's not going to burst here, but it will burst on whatever side of the world that 20-sider lands on.
Ooh.
I'll roll a 20.
You taking the 20? You said.
Yep.
Where
It's a 7.
is? Oh, I see. All right. Oh, Arthur won. Like this was a tough choice for just Renic,
Oh,
sadly.
just okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was rolling a d20, so ignore me.
mm, man.
You will have enough information that you will know that this was going to be a problem somewhere else, but I think in a confined location like this, you understand the danger of null. So both
Right.
both
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah. No, I think I am going to roll the d20 and make it a problem for later.
All right, please roll a 1. Just hit the silver thimble with it. That'd be so funny. 10. I cannot remember which side's 10.
10 is Tephrades.
Oh no, the weir. Okay.
It's already having problems. It's fine.
Oh shit. Like you guys just see like a whole like it looks like the pipe does a deep swallow. You know what I mean? It's just like gloop. And then it's on its way. Just like one of those fucking like bank teller things, like the pipes that you put the
Like the
pneumatic.
pneumatic tubes.
Yeah, like one of those just like thump. It's like, oh. Like, you fixed it. Absolutely, Renic. You and yeah, now nobody's like worried about that.
So, do I know that I had to make that tough choice? Or do I think I legitimately fixed it?
I think because it wasn't a 1, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
I think you know that that's going somewhere, and you can just hope that somebody else deals with it along the line. But yeah, you can RP 100% as though you know that you sent that somewhere.
Okay, great. Okay, I'm not. So that obviously is not going to. What? Do we know what? We know 9 is virtuoso.
9 is virtuoso, yeah. So like,
Uh,
but yeah, you absolutely know that wherever
and that's.
this. Go ahead.
This is clearly not. Well, it looks to be fixed for pipeline number 9. But that surge went somewhere, but I could not trace it through the system. That may be a problem for later.
So, I'm also doing a little bit of looking at my my character sheet here. I've got this shadow seek ability, and I can use this to seek the location of a specific creature by projecting my consciousness into a shadow plane. Now, I happen to know exactly what one of our targets looks like, and so I'm wondering if I could use that to try and um, find the guy who is in the on the portrait in the office.
Oh, we're looking for Royce through the tunnels. All right, absolutely. Give me one
All right,
second here.
so let me just roll a 20 on this one. See how
Yep,
it
just
goes.
get it done. Game over.
That's a 5.
Uh-huh. That's a fun
That,
5.
that means I walk in the shadow plane for 1 minute, finding only darkness. So I found nothing.
So where'd you go?
It was so I'm just gonna say it was not really a cinematic. It wasn't very cinematic. You didn't miss much.
Hmm.
It's basically like walking around with a lens cap on.
Well, no one should do that.
No
It's
one should.
useless.
It was ill-advised.
In that shadow plane, Arthur, I think what you do see, do your eyes like glaze over when you do it?
I think so. Like they kind of like they go white, right?
Okay.
Just like completely white. Like I'm somewhere else in my mind. Um, like it's just sort of a thing. Like yeah, you can't. I can't see anything in the physical plane. I didn't see anything in the shadow plane either.
This is such a rare occurrence that I really do need to take a photo of this.
Absolutely. And like these pictures are coming out great, Vidra. Like such a good pose of just like Arthur with his eyes rolled into the back of his head and Renic like stoically looking at the things and like taking the turns. And like even though it is a still frame, and even though all he was doing was turning knobs, you still managed to somehow capture the intensity of the moment, you know? Like in that picture, we're gonna see the fact that this was going to explode, and Renic saved you all. Printing this will be this like amazing, like Peanut starting up his own silver thimble based newspaper, a news organization to counteract Channel 6, and he will be paying top dollar for these photos.
I will keep that in mind.
Is he gonna be like J. Jonah Jameson, who just wants pictures of Spider-Man?
He wants pictures of any of you doing good things. Anytime any of you succeeds, he wants a picture of that. He doesn't know that Arthur's not succeeding with this picture, but Renic did save you all right there.
Saved
Somebody down
us.
the line, right? Somebody down the line can definitely be like, yeah, but Renic sent this to like that side of the world. Like that's a problem.
At least
That's
not intentionally.
yeah, that's tomorrow's issue. And and you said you were doing that thing where you searched 3 rooms nearby. Is that what you were doing?
So I can sense the general layout of the next 3 rooms in an underground structure. So I can
Yeah,
kind of see like, if like I can kind of try to figure out like which is the right direction, where are we going? Is there going to be any point to going a specific direction?
absolutely. Give me a 20-sider.
You got it, boss.
18 will do
18.
it.
What's the
18 will
name
do
of
it for
that
sure.
ability?
That is Delve.
Thank you. I have an ability that literally makes me better by taking notes.
He does have an ability that makes him better by making notes. All right, so you get the layout of the next 3 areas. So really close to you is I'll show you on the map, but you're not physically there, so don't worry about being attacked or anything.
Okay.
You see a huge it almost looks like a tree growing out of the ground. That's what it feels like. Um you see its roots are many multicolored there's many multicolored like threads leaking out of them, and there appears to be like a passageway down. And at the edge of that room, there is another room that looks like this, that has mushrooms have begun growing all over that room. And you feel that something else is in there, but you can't put your finger on it. And
Does it feel friendly, or can I feel that?
you got an 18. They don't. It feels like somebody's having like a little cookout there, like a campfire situation.
Mm.
So whoever they are, civilized enough to have campfires. And the third one is, let me slide this off the screen real quick. No spoilers. Is down. Turns out you can go below these roots. Like we could go down.
Mm.
And it feels like a room made of cloth, made of fabric.
Ooh.
Um, as soon as Vidra I didn't mean to click Clovis like that, but as soon as Vidra like discovers that one, Renic, your anomaly detector starts just like going off like crazy.
Man, that thing's loud.
Yes, and given the description you just gave, I'm not entirely surprised that it went off. A room made of cloths? I feel like we have to go investigate. No.
That's the one that I'm inclined to go see.
Lead on.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll go here first. You got to be here, and then you got to go down. But
Right.
Clovis, like
Yo.
this place is chaotic and shifting. You hear the mention of mushrooms, and like you feel safe around mushrooms. Like,
Do you like mushrooms?
but like they are. Is Clovis just gonna go down? Like, do you guys? Are you all agreed to just go deeper into like underground?
I guess so,
That's
sure.
the
Yeah.
one
we
that
got
I'd like to go to.
we got something. We got a hit on that anomaly detector. That seems promising.
Or at
We don't.
least interesting.
We don't have any. We don't have any better leads, right? So we may as well see what's down there.
I've never seen a room full of cloth or made of cloth, so I'm going to take as much video in there as I possibly can.
Love it. Some of the crew has seen this room before. I don't know if they all remember it, but they've seen it. So you guys climb down, and it is as you're climbing down the rocks, it starts being like pillows. It feels like you're climbing couch cushions. You know what I mean?
Is it bouncy?
Absolutely, it's bouncy.
I mean, I know we're here on serious business, but I'm gonna, just kind of bounce down as far as like I can, and as have as much fun as I can doing so.
Absolutely, no harm comes to you when you like do like a bouncing around, and like seeing you do it. This little mushroom guy is just like bouncing up and down, super excited that anybody else is down here.
I have
Oh,
to take a photo of that.
It's like,
If it's moving around, I'm taking video of that.
oh yeah, he's moving like, and like when you guys get down there, Renic, your anomaly detector is. Can you roll me a 20-sider?
Certainly.
Oh, with a 16, absolutely. No question about it. Hey, how did you get back to Liminal?
Wait, what?
Like, it has the same magic resonance as Liminal had.
What? Huh? What? This is not read correct. Wait, something is wrong here. And he like goes to adjust the instrument.
When you adjust it, it does like it does the thing where it's like almost like side by side. You can tell that this place like is very, 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 very close to Liminal, but is not. This was like a possibility, and then you guys can all realize you are in the in between worlds right now. You are
Wild.
in a possibility. Like the whole world, one of the sides of the world could have been all cloth and with fabric people, but it's not. Um,
So we're in the
Go ahead.
improbability drive.
Basically, yeah. But this mushroom's having a great time.
What?
That's a mushroom.
He's a little mushroom guy. He like comes walking up to you. You get the impression of him waving, despite the fact he does not have arms.
Can we
He
still
looks so
see the way we
friendly.
came down?
Oh yeah, you can see the way that you came down. It does appear a little bit like not like a mirage situation. When you look up at the hole that you came down, it is getting harder and harder to like definitively see the tree that you climbed down.
Gotcha.
so guys, we need to get a group photo with the mushroom buddy. I feel like this is the kind of thing that people need to see.
I pull out a portable tripod.
I'm
stick it.
not sure we have the time.
Oh, just one.
Sure, go for it, but listen, it looks like if you look back where we came from, it looks like it is going away, and I do not want to be stuck here.
Okay. Pose. 1, 2, 3. Cheese.
Jeez.
Cheese.
All right, 120 sided then. You would have gotten 2 if
From-
it was if you
From who? From me.
you. Yeah. Let me get this picture taken. That dog is so sad outside. 13 is a very fun number. Nobody's cursed, so we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, you get a really good I think because it's a 13, the tone is kind of like spooky down here, but like spooky friendly.
Spoopy.
Spoopy.
Yeah, spoopy. Sorry, my bad.
It's spoopy, you know. Spooky fun. Kind of cute.
Kind of cute, spooky fun, you know, all of those good things. The mushroom is clearly it is nonverbal for the record, but it can communicate by just moving, and it's pretty easy to understand like what it's trying to get you guys to do. Like it communicating with you is pretty easy. And it's just like nodding its head like this way. Come on. And it hops off.
Say we
It wants us
follow.
to follow him.
I'm gonna follow it very intriguedly, intently, very focused on it. Walking mushroom.
I figure if we've got missing crew members, this seems like a good shout.
Can I kind of tell where we're going?
Deeper and to the west. You are
Okay.
going down into the ground and pretty much directly west.
I'm going to basically take a spool of twine out of my pocket. I'm going to tie it around one of these stalactites and then just kind of let it spool out behind us so we have a route back.
So I can't get lost in wilderness. Does this qualify as wilderness?
Yeah, I would qualify this as wilderness, but like the thread's not a bad idea either.
That's fair.
Hey Renic, what are you doing right now? Like, these 3 are eagerly chasing after this mushroom.
I'm not sure this is the good idea. I hate being the responsible one.
Can I put a tracker on the little mushroom so that I can't like lose it?
How do you go about doing that? What does it look like?
So it's almost like a little Apple AirTag.
Oh, is it like a little? Is it a button? Is it a pin?
So I have like a magical little compass and a tag that allow me to track something that I put the tag on. And so I'm just gonna like go put the tag on the mushroom.
It's like
Tag
you
you're
see
it.
its one eye just keeps moving wherever you are to stare at you while you're putting it on, like it's asking if it's jewelry.
I mean, it is kind of blingy.
It gets so excited, it does a little flip. Like it's just so happy. Oop, it did not finish its
Definitely.
flip. It just stuck. There it goes.
I'm
Renik, are you
having so
bringing up
much
the
fun.
rear?
I think I am. Like, I'm reluctant to go, but I can't leave them.
Understandable. As they're all like walking out of the room, like like you hear the sound of like the thread being cut, and then like you hear what sounds like thread being spooled really quickly. Like
Is it still
from
attached to Arthur?
it is still attached to Arthur, but it's like pulling it without him noticing. I think that's like happening in the background. You can act on it for sure. You just hear the sounds. You don't see the thing.
Yeah, sure. I turn to look to see what's going. If I can figure out, like, because it's out of place, I assume.
Oh yeah, so out of place.
So it's a weird sound. I turn to look and don't see anything.
If I look down at my pocket, would I see the thread moving around?
Probably. Yeah, you definitely would.
Okay.
Especially if like you recognize the sound as well. Like if Renic drew attention to the sound.
Yeah. Yeah. So I look at that. So yeah, I see the thread in my pocket basically moving all haywire. Like, so we have a line on whatever's on the other end of it. We know exactly where it is. We just follow the thread.
It's like as you turn around to follow the thread, like in the corner of that room that you were in, you see a giant thing. It is like it looks like a knot of like yarn in many thousands of different colors, like different shades. Mostly just brown once it all gets combined together, and it's just like this huge thing. And then as it's like pulling at your thread, Arthur, you feel it like you run out of thread and it starts pulling at your thread.
Okay.
Like you feel it. It feels like there's a physical thread inside your body being yanked at. It hasn't been able to like pull it out yet, but it feels like it has a grip on you.
Am I able to sever the thread?
Um what do you have to sever it with?
I got like a pocket knife.
Didn't we bring down knives?
Oh yeah, you guys got like the sky knives and stuff. Um but yeah, you try the pocket knife and I'm not even going to ask you to roll for it, but like it hits that thread and like it is so strong and like you guys like get a backlash of just magical energy like that lashes out as this thing makes a screaming cry and it tries to attack the other three of you by connecting thread to you. Clovis, you are the first die. Renic, you are the second die, and Vidra, you are the third die. Clovis was first, tough choice. Renic got hit, and Vidra has a tough choice as well. Okay. This thing is trying to like little like crochet hooks come flying out of this thing's body like
Ew.
arrows. And one of them like sinks right into Renic's like I'm gonna say like hip. And
Sure.
it's not super deep, but like you can feel it immediately when it goes in. It tries to come out, like it gets pulled back immediately, like scorpions, fucking like spear throw,
Hmm.
and it clears your body, and then you see just a thin um line. It is hooked, just a yarn that looks particularly Renic colored. And like you feel with this hook in you, you feel a little bit plushier, I must say. A little bit like you're not full stuffed animal right now, but you're not getting any further away from it. For Vidra and Clovis,
Hmm.
as you see these things coming at you, you both can like quickly dodge. Like Vidra, you can dodge to the side and it will just sink into some of the fabric on the wall. Or you can use this opportunity to get just the absolute best, most clear picture you can of this thing during an attack. This will tell us how its magic is working through your camera. But that little guy's about to get hit with that crochet hook.
I at least have a sense of self-preservation and can get a better picture later.
All right. So Mushroom and Vidra dodges to the side. Crochet hook hits the wall. And Clovis, this thing's flying at you. Um, do you want to just simply dodge out of the way, no harm, or do you want to make a roll and try to catch it?
Obviously, I gotta try and catch it.
You gotta try to catch it. All right. Give me that 20-sider.
Oops. I forget. What's the command again?
Slash roll 1d20, or you can like click the die on the left side of your screen. And then just... At least I hope it's on the left side of everybody's screen. I never know. 19 does it, though. Fucking just snatch it out of the air.
Actually, so I can add one.
Because you can. You can. It... Clovis, as you snatch this out of the air and Vidra gives you a +1, this crochet hook turns golden. Like, right in front of you. Like, in your hand, you are now holding a golden crochet hook. It's about the size of, like, an arm. Like a normal human arm is how big it is. And the thread connected to this one is solid gold. And you guys, this is worth so much right now. And you see the little mushroom guys, like little yellow eye, just get shiny gold.
Hmm.
And like, we can spin gold. Like, if, like, you guys, spirit of like capitalism happens with this mushroom. As like, you can all feel, basically, you all hear cha-ching all around you as the little mushroom takes off. Whichever direction he was originally going, he sprints that way. So excited.
Man, where's Krieg when you need him?
No, but I've got him tracked.
Awesome.
As he's running, you definitely hear the sound of, you know, when somebody's running with too much change in their pockets? Or when you're just walking with change in your pockets? That's what he sounds like running away.
So does he have the golden?
Oh no, you have the golden crochet like in your hand, like you are holding on to it. It is still attached to it. Like this particular yarn that it is gold all the way down. It probably wasn't gold when it fired it at you, but like that is the nature of the world right now. Everything being retconned.
So if I keep pulling at it, does more yarn turn to gold?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like you just want to start tug of warring it.
Does the little mushroom want me to follow him?
Oh no, the little mushroom's going for help. He'll be back in greater numbers.
Okay. Can I try and turn this into a counterattack somehow?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. This is a mixed success attack, so yeah, how are you counterattacking?
How far is it from me?
I would say it's probably about like 20 feet from you. You are holding part of it in its hand, in your hand, though.
Can I hook it back? Can I throw the hook back at it and try to reel it in?
Okay, so we're like you're holding the thread, you throw the hook through it, and then you pull back.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, hit me with that 20-sider. Oh wait, no, that's a counterattack. You don't even have to roll for it, do you?
Hold on.
Let me quest abilities again.
It does say within reach for the ability.
Okay. Yeah, so make me a roll. Yeah. All right. So tough choice. You can throw it and deal a little bit of damage. You'll deal 4 damage to it. Just for the record, so we all know, this thing has 30 HP. You can do 4 damage to it easily. Just throw it back. You're not connected to it. But you could do 8 damage if you wanted to. Like, you notice this water ahead of you is more like gelatin than it is water. Almost like trampolini. So your tough choice is you could do 4 from a distance, or you could do 8, but you're gonna be on it. Like physically on it, stabbing it with a crochet hook.
I'm going in.
Alright, there we go. So this thing takes 8 damage, and as you are stabbing it, and with this, you do see some of the corruption leaking out from between the threads. Alright, Renic, Vidra, and Arthur, what are your attacks? Or what are you doing? You don't have to attack it if you don't want to.
So like I see this. Was I able to sever the thread, or is it still hooked into me?
It's still hooked into you. The knife didn't do anything to this. Like a normal knife didn't hurt this.
Gotcha.
We have that
okay.
other knife.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can take the sky knife out of the wagon and see if I can try and sever it.
I
knowing-
have the sky knives.
Was it? Yeah, it was like, was it still
Yeah.
in the wagon? I don't think it was.
Oh, you got the sky knives? Awesome.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna basically I will hold my action until after your turn. If you want to try and attack it with the sky knives.
if that's what
sure.
you want to do.
I was going to say I'm going to take a turn to do some maneuvering and try and line up a weak spot attack.
Alright, if I can
So
go
I'll-
plus you, Renic.
Cool,
Yep.
and I'll try and hold its attention since it's still hooked into me. Try and give you an opening. Is there anything that I can do to give him an extra bonus on that maneuvering?
I think if you just yank really hard on the thread, if you start tug of warring with your own thread,
Yeah,
like,
I'll do that.
absolutely.
Alright.
So
Roll on
you're gonna
that?
roll a 20. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, no, go ahead.
You're gonna roll a 20-sider, and Renic's gonna roll a 20-sider. We're gonna take the highest, but like if you do roll low, we're gonna flavor it. But don't worry, as long as
Sure.
one of you gets a success, we're fine.
All right, cool.
Here we go. Oh, that's a
Oh.
20.
That's
We'll
a
take
three.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take
because
that
of the-
3.
I'll take it.
All right, excellent. So Renic, you get 2d20 on your maneuvering setup. What does your maneuvering look like? Because that 20, it is perfectly like you are solid. Actually, I think you did AP damage to this thing. Like you ripped some of its magic out.
All right.
Like Arthur, that's what's going on with that. Like you're pulling the yarn back to you at this point. Like you feel your own yarn go back in. Like you are no longer like it's not glowing. It is just a thick piece of rope now. Now your knife will probably do the job.
Perfect. And so I'm just gonna. Do I need to take a separate action for that, or wait till the
Absolutely.
next?
No. You got a 20. You can just do it.
All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and sever the thread.
And this thing is unhappy about that. It's just like does not love the Is it a honey scent pack for Clem or is it lemon? Sorry. Or does Clem just smell like those honey lemon cough drops all the time? Renic. Oh, sorry. Did I interrupt you, Arthur? I'm sorry.
No, I'm done. I'm good.
All right. Renic, what does your maneuvering look like? You don't have to make a roll to prepare this one. What does the maneuvering look like, and where is the weak point that you found?
So I think he is using a combination of just like the strings that fire or the cables that fire out of the knives and like very short range teleports to the point where it's like he's doing it to like dodge the a swipe from the yarn tentacles or whatever. And I think
and it's trying for you.
I think he sees because knot theory is a thing. He sees a point where if he thinks if he can cut it, it'll be a point in the giant knotted yarn stuff where like this particular knot is holding 3 or 4 sections together, and if he can cut that, then a lot of it comes apart.
Absolutely. All right. So you see that knot, like you flying around all over the place. Arthur has freed himself. Clovis is on top of it, like stabbing it with a golden crochet hook. Vidra, what are you doing? What's going on down there?
I have recovered myself well enough to be able to like film this whole thing. I did have it on a tripod, so it's kind of off in the side. I don't know that there's a whole lot that I am going to be capable of doing, uh, like offensively.
Well, you do
But
have a cannon.
we do have a cannon. Now, I do have a question though. Can I blind it with a flash? Because it is down in the dark.
Does it have eyes? Does
That is
Is
a
it
question.
photosensitive even if it doesn't have eyes?
Right.
It's made of fabric. Maybe it has eyelets. Like, roll me a 20-sider. Let's just see if it works.
I hate
Okay.
that joke so much.
I love it.
That was so good.
Oh, almost a 15. The 7.
So 7 is still just a tough choice. So it's like trying to hit Renic all over the place. Like Renic's moving too much. It can't dislodge Clovis from it because Clovis is like hooked in with the crochet hook, and but like you take the flash picture, and in that flash, one of two things happens. It is either going to knock over your camera, and like not destroy it. I wouldn't destroy it with a 7. But it will like make it so we're not going to be able to catch the finishing blows on it. Or it's going to hit the wall and we're going to start having like a pillow fort avalanche. Just
Ooh.
like closing that hole. Not completely close it.
But if we do that and we run after the mushroom, that could make for some really cool cinematography.
This thing does have the corruption if we can capture it.
Hmm.
Presuming Clovis told us all.
Or that we
Imagine
could
it's
see
spilling
it.
all over the place.
Yeah, it's just like gore, gore, gore.
I
But
think
also stabbing a plushie, stabbing a plushie, stabbing a plushie.
I think I may be so, wrapped up in just trying to help that I don't notice that it's going to knock over the camera. Like when it starts flailing, I duck and it hits the camera.
Yeah, absolutely. We can do it that way.
Yeah, I think that that's what I'm gonna do. Is like I'm gonna try to make it like to blind it. And I think I agitated it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it reels back. It does not like the light. It's very photosensitive, turns out. Or maybe it just doesn't like its picture taken. One of the two. Um and so for Clovis, Renic, and Arthur, you each get a hit that is roll 2d20 and take the higher. Just like you are being assisted by Vidra. So whatever your attack is, um you can go ahead and make it right now because it is just flailing. That's a nat 20 from Arthur,
Nice.
though.
Let's take it.
It's a very private creature. So yeah, you guys see, it's not actually even that much. With what did your attack look like, Arthur?
So I guess at this point, I've got the maul, so I'm just going to be using that. Like I basically am winding up and then just basically taking a great big home run swing with it.
Hammer side or axe side?
Let's go axe. I feel like cutting yarn is probably more useful than battering it.
You slice clean through one of those huge tentacle like appendages that it has, and like it hits the ground and it's writhing separately. Um, Unlike most of the other creatures that we have seen with corruption, when you cut this part off, like that is just another one. You now just have a smaller one to deal with. It is in pain. It does not like what is happening. Um, but if the plan was to capture a bit of it, you have a bit of it.
Okay. Do we have anything? Hey, Vidra or Renic, do either of you have anything that we could maybe like a vial or something that we could imprison it in?
I mean, I have my camera bag.
Look,
I thought you were going to say, well, we have the cannon, and I was just very interested in that one.
We also do have a cannon if we could cap it off.
Does it come with a cap, do we think?
I think it would. You'd want to have some sort of barrel plug to prevent it from
It's a
getting...
clown cannon. It has a cork.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. That's silly. The cork dangles right off the end of it. My bad. I forgot.
Actually, my first thought was the cannon, and then I'm like, but the cannon does seem like a good idea, sort of.
Well, then let's just remember that we've got not just a clown, but we've also got a corruption. So now we actually have a corruption cannon.
Technically, yes. All right. Absolutely. All right. All right, Clovis, you're on top of it. Every stab and hook that you've been doing with this has been like making more and more of it gold. And like, I don't think. Well, you could tell me differently for sure. I don't know a ton about Clovis, but I don't know if he's a super materialistic guy.
Mm, not
But
really.
like, this is a lot of money right here. Like, as you're doing it, like, you are caught up with a greed spirit for the iron. You are being influenced by greed.
Money or not, I'm gonna keep stabbing it.
All right. Yeah, give me 2d20. As like now, like part of it has been ripped off. 13 and a 16, excellent. Those are just two solid successes. Um, you, yeah. What does your attack look like? You sell me on it.
I'm gonna crawl around it as I stab it to get the most coverage.
Oh, so we're going all. Oh, all right, all right. From place to place, just stabbing in, and we're like watching it slowly turn to gold. A lot of things are turning to gold lately. I'm gonna have to really do something with that. So just like stab here, stab there, like gold, gold, gold.
Yeah, goldify as much as I can.
Renic, you see that spot. You see that knot spot. Like, and it is completely distracted. It is in the dead center of all of the gold that Clovis has been like making,
Mm-hmm.
like spinning his like yarn to gold. It took damage, 8 damage. No, sorry, because you hit it with a 20 with the mauler, so that is a shit. That's like 16 damage. And you stabbed it. Yeah, Renic, what you got for this thing? What's the sky knife attack look like?
So let's see how bad it goes first.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah, so 19 and 18. It did not go badly at all. It went really fucking well.
I have a card. Hey, look at the 20. So he's got the two sky knives in two of his hands. And he's got, I think, two of his other blades because that's how he fights. And so I think he forgets that he's not using his normal set for that split second when he's going in, and he does. It's it, it's almost like the Omni Slash from Advent Children, right? He just grabs one each and uses the mobility to jump around and hit it like 4 times just in quick succession.
Man, that part was so fucking cool. I know a lot of people didn't like Advent Children, but I loved every fucking part of Advent Children. I thought it was cool.
I love it. It's great.
Do you explode out the back of it
Oh,
like
absolutely.
Zorro?
Yes.
Fucking just like 4 swords crossed.
Yes, I said Advent Children. Listen, I just got a copy of the different director's cut thing, and I watched it this weekend. I forced it on my traveling companions.
It's just such a solid movie.
It's great.
Like, it doesn't make really any sense unless you know all the rest of fucking Seven's lore, but if you're a nerd, it's fine. So
But
you
yeah,
come
hurtling out of the
blasting out of the
back
back of it. Yeah. 4 swords slashing everywhere. 2 of them with like air canisters inside of them so they explode. And this whole room just gets filled with gold. Like the gold thread is everywhere. And then these guys like are gonna show up in a second, but don't worry about them. Don't worry, they're friendly.
They don't look friendly.
Kind of look tasty.
Please don't be on Team Eat It. Please don't be on Team Eat It.
Oh, they're mushrooms.
I think now he's on Team Eat It.
I hate being the irresponsible one.
That's just because you want to be the irresponsible one, and no one's forcing you to be the responsible one.
Peanut is. Peanut has a letter that's just like responsible ones. Renic.
Designated responsible one.
These guys are like, after you guys' fight is done, like the monster like dies, it falls to the ground, it drops like a bunch of golden thread everywhere, like literal golden thread, and like we could at any point take the thread and like pull it apart, like pull and peel Twizzlers, or like unknot them, and we could start like making stuff out of this. It works the same as normal yarn, but it has the qualities of gold. Like it is an incredible magical conduit. In this world, gold travels through. Magic travels through gold with almost zero resistance. Like it is like, go ahead.
So, question: we know that this is also connected to the corruption. Are we saying that that means that the gold is the corruption?
The gold was corrupted, like it is a bit. There is a corrupted greed spirit going around, trying to
Got
get
it.
everybody to buy and sell.
So, I mean, if we're looking at it that way, like taking this stuff back, as powerful as it might be, could be causing more problems than it solves.
Well, at the
I'm
very
going.
least, it's research materials for figuring out what is going on with this corruption stuff.
Yeah, research material. Yeah, but I don't think we should take any more than we need strictly for research purposes.
The weird little like mushrooms are getting like closer to you all. Especially Clovis holding the golden crochet hook. They're like getting at him and like nudging his legs.
Did we
Renic
destroy
is
it?
trying. Go ahead.
I was just wondering if we should destroy it.
Um, they want to be gold.
They want to be made out of gold?
They want to be crocheted with gold.
Uh,
They love the shiny. They love the way that it looks. They like the way that it feels. They would like you to remake them with gold, or like at least stab them with it a little bit.
stab them a little bit.
Before anyone can object, I bestow upon the mushrooms the hook.
It's like this one here with the one that has like the mushroom arms holds it up over his head, and then it's just like mushroom cheers as they all run back down the way that they came.
Is Renic still feeling stuffed animal-y?
No, actually. Oh, no, wait. No, you definitely are. Um, feeling more and more stuffed animally, and if you look up into that hole, you can barely see the way out anymore.
I think we need to go. Like, at least I am going. I don't want to necessarily leave you all here, but the way out is almost gone. We need to leave.
All right. Well, let's see if we can get out then.
I'm a little sad to leave my little mushroom buddies, but okay. I gather all my camera equipment.
Yeah, and you guys don't have to make rolls to get out of here. Because you guys can. We've all climbed a pillow fort or two in our day. We've all climbed a couch.
Yeah.
Does porch couch mean anything to anybody else?
Yes.
I saw this going around TikTok that people didn't know that, like, sometimes you just keep a couch on your porch.
Yeah,
It's a
so
very
Really?
southern thing too.
it's especially if you've got a big enclosed front porch.
See, I had a big enclosed front porch when I was a kid. Like, well, not enclosed completely, but it was like sheltered at least a little bit. So we had a couch out there.
Yeah. Also, I think it's more common in places that don't have high humidity.
It's common out here, but it's usually so the rednecks can go watch the tornado that's about to destroy their house.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you guys get back up here, and wait, did I move us to the right? Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And you hear voices from above, being like, "I can't believe they went down there." It's like, no, nobody would have willingly went down there, right? It's just like, and then here, let me show you them. In the trees above you, like in this tree above you, are 4 mole people. Um, 2 of them are very mushroom oriented. Like this guy has a big old mushroom on his head, and this one has a bunch of mushrooms growing out of his back. Not out of his back exactly, they're growing out of his backpack. And like they're looking down at you guys as you guys like reach the top of it. And they're like, "So how was it?"
Soft and
Yarny.
uncomfortable.
Soft and uncomfortable. Do do do. All right. Well, before we go any further, what you guys doing down here? And they all turn and look at Clovis, and they're like, "Oh, it's one of you." Like, and these guys are tops like 4 feet apiece. Like they are not huge, as the tokens might show you. They are anywhere from like 3.5 to 4 feet tall. Like
Like a cannon
moles.
size?
Yeah, definitely like your size.
They're
Less than half the.
definitely ammunition sized.
They're definitely ammunition size. Would like work if your cannon didn't have a cork in it.
Yeah.
When they recognize Clovis's his uniform, does that change their posture? Like, do they get more hostile or curious, or like?
The second they recognize, I don't think it's the uniform that triggers them. It's the what Clovis is and the size of Clovis that tells them what. But they immediately are just like a little bit at ease, not no longer like considering you guys threats.
Okay, cool. Copy that.
It's like this one walks up to you and like wipes off its hand, and he puts his hand out and he's just like, "The name's Bunyan."
Clovis, and I'll do my best to shake his hand.
He takes like what he can of your hand and shakes it. He's like, "Far from the path right now, though. Are you on your way back there? We're heading that direction right now."
Does this cave lead there?
It does. It leads all the way back to the path. Tier lower and adjoining sides. We've been following these routes, hunting down And he's like, you guys haven't seen any worms down here, right?
How big?
Big. Like, big, big. Like 3 of you laying down big.
No worms.
That'd be kind of hard to miss.
They do tend to be hard to miss. There is something down here, and these tunnels came out of nowhere. Like it's just like, hold on. Have you guys had anything to eat?
I've had some werb lobster. Didn't taste too good.
Come, we can get you. It's like if you don't mind a long trek, we can get you back to our home. Like everybody can eat. What brings you down here though? Like if you're not worm hunting,
Just investigating.
are you investigating? And it like bangs on the roots and like with the metallic sound. These things.
Just about, yeah.
So that could be handy. Like we don't like them. They're ruining our home. Just and like the one with the mushroom hat on top of it is just like, the name's Tuber. Nice to meet you. Uh, we have reason to believe that this place is spreading corruption throughout the upper world. Do you all have any confirmation about that happening? We have seen the corruption spread across Tier Lower for as long as we have lived. And we can deal with that and with the correct tools. And he like taps his mushroom hat. Like we've been able to handle this situation. But now it's growing out of hand.
I'm not sure we have direct confirmation, but there does seem to be a correlation with these tunnels being around and the appearance of giant corrupted monsters in the overworld. Not entirely unlike the worms you describe.
We worry that the worms are the ones digging these tunnels. Or at least we assumed that they were. They are based out of Tirloa. Massive creatures. Clovis, friend Clovis here is familiar with the size that creatures get in Tirloa. And they were simply normal large worms the last we checked. The last we saw of them. And now they leak viscous goo and can tunnel far faster than we were used to them doing it.
I mean, that certainly does not sound good, but we have no direct observation or scientific confirmation of that they are spreading the corruption.
They're like, but no giant worms that way then. Like pointing down the path you guys just came from. Well, not down the hole. It's like, were there any down there? I don't want to go down there.
I mean, there was a giant like yarn worm.
Is it really a worm?
That's a good question. What taxonomically determines what a worm is?
The woman one with the hood on just looks down and she's like, worm, long, cylindrical, doesn't have teeth. Hopefully doesn't have teeth.
Well, this I mean, did not have teeth, but it was also not just like, it had little tendril things and rather not little tendril things, and it was a very weird thing. I doubt it was a worm.
They all look back and forth and just like, okay, so tendril things do not go south here. Excellent. Or do not go down here, not south.
But there are little cute mushroom things that are now made of gold.
She's like, golden mushrooms, you say?
They were very cute.
Then maybe
I,
we do have to visit.
I still would not recommend it.
I kind of feel like Arthur is skeptical that more contact with the outside world is going to be good for these mushroom people. So he's just going to say, I wouldn't recommend it. They are probably not even worth your time.
Yeah, they didn't look very edible.
Also, the yarn creature is more than I'd want to deal with again.
They nod and like, Well, you all look fit and reasonably well fighters. So I'm gonna take your word on that. I'm not looking for any more danger. We're just looking for these worms.
You probably want to keep all your life threads intact anyway.
What the hell's a life thread?
It's what the yarn thing was trying to steal from us.
It's a very strange location. I mean, I don't know how to describe this feeling to you, but the yarn monster hit me with this crochet hook looking thing, and I suddenly felt like a stuffed animal. It was very strange.
The one in the like, this one up here, whose name is Brick, like starts throwing up.
It was not a
you.
pleasant feeling.
You felt like a
Speaking of,
stuffed
am I
animal.
bleeding?
I think yeah. Like it's a wound.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. It didn't just like go away when we left the yarn cave.
Nope.
Okay.
Mm.
So
That's
are you
fine.
still a plushie is the question.
He's not still a plushie. He's got like, we can see like legitimate like a little bit of gore in there. Not like we don't see his organs or anything, but it's a wound.
He's clearly bleeding, not just stuffing.
Gotcha.
It'd be so much worse if it was stuffing. If you would have stayed down there much longer, it would have. It's just like they all look at you all and like, yeah, you shouldn't go that deep. There's a level of you shouldn't go.
Today we
Any
have
deep-
learned.
Do you have
Go.
anything that could treat our friend's wounds, perhaps?
I'm fine. He's fine.
Just like, this guy got back teen.
Let's probably clean it out then. Like, I don't want that getting infected. I mean, we're down here in the earth in the muck. There's talk of corruption. We know that that creature that we fought was filled with it. Let's at least get it cleaned up.
He's fine. I've had worse.
It's like, well, let's not stay here too much longer. If everybody's okay, it's
Sure.
gonna be a long trip. Like, you guys all have like feet under you. That's a nice little wagon. I appreciate a wagon.
Yep, we got it.
Alrighty then, off we go. And they like these four start walking down the place. So this is Bunyan, this is Tuber, this is Brick, and this is a Brack.
Bunyan, Tuber, and Bric-a-brac.
Yep, that is them.
It's like a Brick Tamlin situation. We got to watch out for that guy.
Like, Brick does not like anybody talking about magic. It makes him nauseous.
Mm.
He's about to be very ill.
So I should not show him the footage. Got it.
We go through these tunnels, and like it's like quite a ways. Like you guys are gonna be spending like days with these people, like traveling across. Can you guys all roll me 20 sided if like and like what would you be studying as you move? Like, you guys like looking out for anything?
Mm,
I'm looking out for any signs of our marks.
Okay, I got yeah, absolutely. All right, that was some rough rolling. Renic, did you roll?
I did not yet. I was
Okay.
waiting for my turn.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a 20 sider.
Sure.
15. All right, so we got 2 successes. What did All right, so we know Arthur's looking for any signs of the missing crew members. Um, so as we're going, I wasn't with an 8 because like there's no like pass fail on this one. Like there's only pass fail. There's no like real. Like as we're going, like these 4 start talking about the path and like the up. It's just like yep, like we live underneath Tirloa. Like most of us potters, others like form of little things we keep to ourselves, and normally we do not reach out to the surface. Sometimes when we do, we are greeted by Clovis's people here that have their own rituals of walking a strange path, and they are keeping the corruption at bay in their way. We keep the corruption at bay our way. And like you guys start to see like little pools of like small pools of corruption, and the guy with the mushrooms will run over to it and pull a mushroom out of his off his backpack and like carefully plop it down on it, and you will see the mushroom starts like forcing itself into the ground, and it soaks up the corruption and turns the
mm,
top of the mushroom like starkly black, like an ink cap mushroom, and it's just like it doesn't destroy it, it keeps it contained.
Hmm. Is is there any chance that we could take one of those with us?
It's like they all look back and forth at each other and like, well, we could give you some of our mushrooms, but obviously, like we need them ourselves. They keep us safe and they don't grow very fast.
Oh, I was not asking for one that had not been used.
Oh, oh. It's like that's a very dangerous thing to ask for. We tend to not touch those.
Is we well part of the words fail. Uh, Part of our efforts in keeping the corruption from spreading is understanding what it is and other ways we could contain it or eliminate it. And so I was hoping that we could use one of your used mushrooms to perhaps synthesize some other method of doing so, magical or technological or natural, if that is what it needs to be.
It's just, it's, like, I mean, absolutely, go for the yeah. Um, it does not spread the corruption once it's inside the mushroom unless you break the mushroom's cap. Be very careful.
Excellent. And I put it in like a specimen vial.
This mushroom's about the size of a football.
Okay,
I was
don't
wondering
put it in
how
a
large it
specimen
was.
vial.
Should we put it in the cannon?
No.
Okay.
It's like, it's like, I love the idea that that cannon is every once in a while rumbles.
Not the bad.
Okay. Do you have any gloves to handle this with? Actually, one of them will like pull off a pack and it's just like, here you go, and they like, it's literally just like an oiled backpack. It's like super old,
Mhm.
and like the backpack itself is pretty fragile, but the mushroom will not be hurt as long as you carry it in that. That'll be fine.
Great, we'll do that.
So that happens. Uh, so we see that that can happen. Then they're like, so you're looking for friends. You think they came down here?
We are uncertain. They have just vanished, and so we are investigating every every leads that we come across, and we had a signal that was in this area, right?
Yeah, there was signal. There's signals all over the place, and like we were getting a signal from deep beneath the earth, and deep beneath the echo.
Sure. So we are investigating every lead we had, and there happened to be one in this area, so we are just doing our diligence trying to find our crew members.
What your crew members look like?
Um,
I have a photo of the photo from the office.
Oh, for sure.
not me trying to remember who's actually missing.
It's Royce, Midnight, Tarkus, and Valentina. Like he look. I mean, they look at the first picture of Royce, and oh wait, we're on the wrong. No, we're on the wrong page. Sorry. Um, they look at the picture of Royce and like, oh, one of those blue dwarves.
Yes, one of the blue dwarves, uh, a, a dark-furred wolf man, one of the ant people, and a mechanical body with glowing green eyes.
They all look back and forth at each other. I haven't seen any mechanicals or ants, but we have had visits from the blue dwarves somewhat recently. Um, one of them also said he was studying the corruption. We showed him to the ruins. He was very excited to see those. Would you like to see them?
I mean, yes.
And she's
I
like,
don't want to
Ex-
like. I don't want to like run over everybody else here, but I mean that sounds important.
Seems like as good a lead as any.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, okay, are you all well equipped right now, though? The ruins are very, very dangerous. They were the next place we were about to go to try to clear out.
I mean,
Pass the cannon.
as well equipped as we can be. I think.
So, they take you guys. Oh, I'm going to have to copy them and put them here because I wasn't ready for them to be here. But down the path, and like you guys can see up ahead that it's almost like it's a much more clear path way to go, like clearly well used. You can see like well trodden footprints leading. And it's just like that's where we live, but the ruins are this way. And you guys like going like a little bit deeper, nowhere near as deep as you had to go to the plushy place, but you're deep. Like you guys are under tier lower right now. Clovis, I bet you feel the fact that you are under tier lower. Like the even though it's subterranean, some of the plant life is familiar. Like, and these runes are built on the scale of people like Clovis, not people like you guys. Clovis is 10 feet tall, for the record.
Got it.
And they're like walking around as they lead you guys in. Immediately, Renic, the first thing you can tell is that there is definitely some silver in these bricks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm basically craning my neck and like getting shots from like the bottom of everything.
Roll me a 20-sider for you taking shots. And this isn't like you're not going to be attacked all of a sudden or anything like that. 11, okay. You managed to resist the urge to turn this place into a destination vacation place. All of your pictures, like if you had failed, I would have made all of your pictures look like all of like the best postcards. Like everybody and their mom would have wanted to come here. But you managed to take the picture to show it accurately as it is. You see in the walls are swirling text that it's like ancient and broken. Like almost none of it is actually none of it is completely written. Like, you're from Holt, like so you're from like near the silver mines, so you would be somewhat familiar with like the language on the wall. You can see that all of the text on the wall has been deliberately destroyed.
Wow.
Can I? So I have this ability on my my character sheet here. This reminds me of a quest that I was on at one point. This is the curious case. Curious case of some cryptic writing. So like I've gotten used to having to decode things that I don't understand, and I'm wondering if I can maybe use this ability to try and decode some of these writings, even if it's mostly unlegible. If I can try and find something hidden underneath.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and give me a 20-sider.
All right. Show me potato salad.
Oh.
Well, not.
Salad.
Oh no.
That
Literally
worst
potato salad.
It's like why are there raisins in your potato salad?
It's a cultural thing. I don't
White
fully.
people potato salad. Gonna eat raisins with some mushy potatoes. There it is. All right. So, all right, 1 second. The ground begins to rumble, because of course it does. As you go up to it and you start to make it out. Does Arthur like? There's no nicer way to say this. Does Arthur read out loud?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, okay, all right.
He keeps it quiet to himself. It's all in his head. He's been around enough knowing that it's general. Like he hasn't gotten to survive in the city of evil by being someone who reads out loud or moves his lips while he's reading.
That's perfectly fair.
I mutter to
think-
myself though, because I'm like, this is just. It would be so much more helpful to explain to everyone if you just would.
I'm like, we can re-record it. We can record that in post.
ADR.
It feels all of a sudden like you have a fever. As you are like reading these things, and they're not really making sense to you. Like it feels like it's swirling in your head. And like the rest of you all start to notice the moles like looking around, and you are feeling the rumbling as like Arthur is trying to read it. This Arthur, I'm gonna give you something even though it was a 1. Like this was a spell at some point in time. And it seems like it might have been an incredibly powerful like protection spell that has been completely destroyed. Like somebody like went through and meticulously cut the runes off that you were looking for. And bursting out of the ground, giant ass worms dripping with the corruption.
There they are.
And the moles are terrified.
So, because I've got a fever, does that mean I am taking any sort of penalties or anything? Or
I anytime that you want to use AP, it's gonna do that much damage to you.
got it? Okay. All right. Understood. So I'm gonna be kind of under the weather here a little bit until I can get some chicken soup or more cowbell. 'Cause that's the only prescription.
It's the only prescription. Oh, we have prescription blindfolds. I don't know if they're gonna help you in this situation, but they do exist.
Babies, I got a fever.
So, because that was a 1, these worms are gonna get a ambush attack on all of you. Arthur, you're the first one. Clovis, you're the second one. Renic, you're the third one. Vidra, you're the fourth one. That was almost a 20, though. I really wanted to be a 20. Vidra's just really good at dodging.
Mhm.
So
I'm little.
she's just little. Arthur, one of them cracks you right in the middle of your back by just swinging its long body around, and it smashes you against the wall. Like this is 4 damage for each one of these hits. Like, you're not spitting teeth, but it knocked you a little loopy.
All right.
Like, you can be knocked down if you want to, or you could just be like balancing yourself against the wall. But it hurt. Knocked the wind clean out of you.
Yeah, I'll just go up against the wall.
Renic
out.
Renic and Clovis, you hear Vidra yell to look out, and you perfectly like, you guys can both just simply dodge out of the way. Like, no real issues. Like, just dodge to the side, or you can take advantage of the situation and try to make an attack. You will take 4 damage if the attack is just a success, because it's going to hit you anyway. Like, you'll take 4 damage, but if it's a 20, you're going to negate all that damage.
Are the
I'm going to put that on the map level only because otherwise I can't click you guys. So what's the plan here? These guys are terrified. Oh, I know. I got to roll for them. I'm just going to do left to right for them guys. Okay. It did a very bad job attacking this one and managed to hurt itself. That was Tuber. No, that's Bunyan. Then Tuber dodged as well. Abrak dodged, and you guys see Brick is like falls back with Clovis and Renic and standing in like a counterattack position. So if you guys do make a counterattack, you get to make an extra die roll, and that's going to be for Brick. Like, helping you guys out.
Counterattack.
Oh yeah, you can actually use counterattack straight up. So for sure, Clovis, you don't even have to make the roll. What is your counterattack?
Well, it's swinging its body at us, right?
Yeah, it's swinging its body at you. There's at least 2 of them, or it's really, really, really long and has gone down and then back up. I'm thinking about these guys about as thick as a subway.
Mm.
So think about fighting an earthworm that is the same as a long subway or like a long train.
Is the part swinging at me its head?
It's the front.
Could I grapple onto it with my 2 swords, stabbing into it?
Yeah, love it. So like, you've just got your sword stabbing into its head. Well, or appendage. The heads do have like weird little tentacle things coming off of them. They seem to be like looking for magic, so So, how much damage does that do?
Um,
I think your counterattack only does like 4. Renic, what you gonna do?
Getting out of the way.
Getting out of the way is a solid. I do not mind that. Clovis, can you make a roll for Brick as he attempts to do a counterattack too? But he does not have counterattack. 12 is good. 12 does it. It gets him hit by for 4, but he has 6 HP total, so he's good. He pulls out what looks like a combat shovel and just slams it into it, and like he keeps getting like slammed up against the stairs, but the whole time his other hand has a like one of those big wooden hammers, like a mallet, and he's just nailing it in as he goes. And then the last hit finally like throws him off, and he rolls to the side here. He's okay. He only took like most of his health in one hit, and he coughs up blood on the stairs.
Ow.
He'll be fine. Hold on. Production value is very important. There we go. I'm nothing if not about that production value. Oh, hold on. Blah.
All the detail.
Great.
Oh, that's way too much. All right. So Renic, you dodged just fine. Vidra, you dodged just fine as well. Arthur, you are slammed up against the wall. Clovis, you are mounted on top of this worm yet again. Who goes what? There's no real initiative thing. Would it be better if there was initiative? Would you guys like to roll initiative so you have like an order?
Yeah, might be easier.
So I'm just
Okay,
going through my abilities, trying to figure out what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Yeah, same thing.
You guys are solid. Here, while you guys are looking through your abilities, let me show you exactly where you are. So, like, you guys are very far under this place right here. For the future, if you're wondering where this is, it's right there. Oh, that's blood. I made it explode blood on accident.
It's like old school Mortal Kombat blood too.
It really is.
I mean, I don't have a whole lot I can do, like offensively.
I'll go. That's fine.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm gonna make like a regular attack with Desolate Gale. Or wait, no, we're fighting giant monsters.
We are fighting giant monsters.
I'm gonna spend my turn maneuvering again.
Just maneuvering around worms has been Renic's MO this game.
Listen, it deals 10 damage if you rolled a hit after you maneuver.
It sure does.
I'm gonna noticing that these are basically they've got the corruption in them, and knowing that there's a reaction with null metal. I'm gonna take a swing with the maul. I'm just gonna kind of try and shake off the malaise a little bit. Let's see how that goes.
I think I have to roll for maneuvering based on the description.
Yes, you do. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Is there anything I can do to help him?
I'll take the 15.
He's got a 15. He's up there. You're good.
Cool. All right. And I'll just swing
But-
with them all, see if I can just use the axe head.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Swing it.
I have a dumb idea for his maneuvering on this one.
Absolutely. What's your dumb idea for the maneuvering?
Can he be vine surfing like the animated Tarzan movie on the worm?
Absolutely.
Hell
Absolutely, you're in my heart. Whee!
Yeah, exactly.
So grabbing Vidra instead. Vidra started vine surfing.
No.
And you're gonna jump over. Quick
Yep.
spin.
Oh, hell yeah. Gotta do a flip.
Kick flip. Yep. So, as
Where's my stunts card?
right, stuff to do it. As you swing this, if you roll a mixed success with this weapon, the enemy immediately counterattacks.
Okay.
You, Arthur.
All right.
The
So
axe-
I do 10 damage to him, and I take whatever his counterattack is.
Yeah, his counterattack is only 4, so these guys don't hit like super hard, but they can hit a lot.
Oh wait, I have a thing. Hold on.
All right, yeah.
That's an attack that hit. I think we should have another one.
Oh, okay. Absolutely. All right. So another one allows somebody else to either like make an immediate attack, like before damage is assigned to the person. Like so, before Arthur takes this hit, somebody else gets to make an attack, and it can be anyone. I didn't think about this, but honestly, it could be you, Renic, with the maneuvering already done.
I mean, I'll take it if you want to
Do
give it
it.
to me. Sure, here we go.
That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fucking goddamn. So here's how I think you see it happen. Arthur, you swing this giant axe and it buries pretty deep, but again, it's hard to cut through a subway of meat.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's hooked in there and we see it's about to come out and like slap you again. Like we see it coming. But Renic, how did you stop him from taking that counterattack?
I imagine.
We're doing 30 damage in one turn right here.
Yeah, I imagine he maneuvers into the right spot to use the air canister explosion to push the axe further, and like literally just lop it off before the tentacle can come back to slap him.
I'm back. No, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay,
That's
I'll
something
say.
I had to wash my hands. We're good.
Nope, you're good.
Yeah. So
Did you hear that, or do I need to repeat it?
yeah, no. I have my
Okay.
wireless earbud, so we're good. Yeah, it explodes out like cuts that thing clean off. This thing only has 40 HP, and like you guys just fucking and like Clovis is just like attached to the other head of this one. It's all just the same one. It's just one big like long creature. But yeah, so we've severed its head, like that head off completely. It goes flying onto the stairs. You see wherever the corruption touches certain spots on the stairs, little silver fire comes bursting out of the ground.
Please tell me
Oh yeah, definitely.
I got this all on camera.
So like it's just like rolling around on like fire until all the corruption burns away and we're left with just a single subway car worth of worm. And the moles are looking at it like, A, they can't believe you did that. It's blowing their mind. B, that's a lot of meat that they want to eat, or they think is good meat.
I'm going to caution them against that just because these things are dripping with corruption, and I don't want them basically corrupting their entire community.
I mean, if the mushrooms don't react to it, then I guess it's fine.
It's just like, oh no, we figured out how to eat this stuff, and then meanwhile Clovis is like rodeoing the other worm as
Right.
it's flailing around because you cut its head off.
Get him, Clovis.
Working on it.
Yeah, Clovis. It has. You did 4. They just did 30. It has 6 HP left. What's Clovis's finishing move on this thing?
Nothing flashy, just crawling my way up to the head and stabbing whatever looks vital.
Yeah, Clovis, give me 2 20-siders first, and then we'll. Alright, 12 does it. Always fun when 12 is the very almost minimum we need, and it still works. So are you alright? You climbing up this gooey worm's body. You use 2 scimitars, right?
Yeah, just more like sabers.
Like sabers, okay, yeah. Like military, I gotcha, I remember now. Are you Wolverining this one? Or
Like
are
you're,
you
stabbing
climbing
them
with
into
them?
it.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering. Are we stabbing as we climb?
Yeah.
And you guys get to the head, you get to the head of it and just plunge your saber deep into it, and we feel you feel for a second going through the skin is one thing, it's fine, but you feel like you hit that knot of corruption inside of it, in its brain, and that takes a little bit more effort to just you kind of have to let go with one saber and just two-handed one of them and just force it in there. And the second you do, the whole room just shudders with a silent scream, and then it starts exploding, but not violently, and kind of it's just fading away, like mushroom spores situation. As it everything except for the head we cut off just vanishes into dust, and then raises up and attaches itself to the ceiling of this room.
I don't like that.
I mean, I have a perfect view of that. I'm staring up all the time anyway.
Tuber comes over and he's just like, okay, don't panic, don't panic. Can somebody check on? And then Brack goes over to Brick. Brick's okay. I would have killed Brick though. I just need you guys to know that. I was willing to let Brick die.
No, not Brick.
He's
He's a
fine.
trooper.
He's okay.
Is he a house? I'm sorry.
He is in fact mighty. Let me move him in his blood.
I'm so sorry about that one. That was bad.
Uh-huh.
So, I know that you played the 20, so everybody recovers 3 health and 3 AP, right? That's what the 21 does?
It's 5 AP and 5 HP.
Okay, so everybody recovers 5 AP and 5 AP. I want to tie this in with the story, if you guys don't mind.
Sure.
Mhm.
You guys are beaten up. Arthur has been Arthur got hurt. The rest of you are pretty much okay.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys are hurt, and they're like, we need to get back. It's just like, so here, we'll show you this. There's gonna be worms on this one. Don't worry about those. We're gonna get rid of those. Like, they were just part of the other one. But look at how gross they were.
They were real gross.
Yeah, very.
Don't worry.
That was very
For no-
succinct, Arthur.
For no reason at all do we have anything against earthworms.
For no reason at all, yeah. I asked them at the beginning of the game, everybody. I should have warned you guys. I guess I should have warned the people watching. You guys scared of earthworms?
I don't know that those qualify as earthworms.
You guys scared of echo worms? Like, in here, like, Brick is, like, leaning on a brack. And they're like, and, Tube is just like, this is where the dwarves wanted to study. These statues are all made out of, like, they're all made out of silver, but like not fully. It's not smelted silver. It's like, imagine if you took a big block of stone that had a bunch of silver in it and they just carved around it. All of these people are on Clovis's people scale. Like all of these statues. They're huge. And like you can tell that they're supposed to be bigger even though they're just statues. Like you can tell that the people that are based off of are bigger.
So they took like a piece of ore and carved it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like unrefined. Like it's still pretty. It's just you can see that there was like a whole kingdom here at one point in time. And they say like the whole above us looked like this at one point in time. Tier lower before the waste.
I'm gonna just scurry up to the top of one of them because I want a better vantage point.
A little bit sacrilegious, but I'll take it. Me. The moles don't mind. The moles don't care at all. It's not their culture. But
Much
yeah,
better.
go ahead. You can see just like a lot of that writing all over. Very similar to what Arthur was reading before, but we're gonna ride that one as like everything. Not that the statues' faces have not been marred, the statues themselves have not been hurt, but any writing, anything that could be construed as writing, has been completely destroyed. Like
I am
somebody
still
came in
going
down
to
here with like
photograph it all.
oh, absolutely. You know what? Roll me a 20-sider.
Oh,
It's fucking 20 though. I was gonna say the only way I'm giving them anything is with a 20. Like
You had a
So
double
you will
shot.
give us something with a 20.
I mean, it looked like it was about to land on that too.
it was riding that too pretty hard.
Yeah.
You find the one part of it that is not destroyed. Where was it? Where wasn't destroyed? Like if they went out of their way to destroy every other piece of writing, but you found a full line that wasn't.
Probably well above the heads of whoever was trying to just mar everything. Or at the bottom.
So yeah, you get a clear picture of flowy text, like super loopy text. You don't know this language. And like we can tell that it was like part of a protection spell based on based on the fact that Arthur discovered that it was a protection spell of some kind. But other than that, um yeah, you just have a really good shot of it.
Yay.
I can
I
actually
think we
show
can
you.
also,
Go ahead.
like, depending on it, everything, I can always make sure that that's part of the evidence we give back at the end of everything to whoever can decipher it.
Oh, of course, yeah, we've got some team members that can decipher it, but yeah, we'll save what it looks like till we decipher it. But it's like super super loopy. No like cross T's in the flowy handwriting or the way that it's written, even though it's been carved into the wall. You you would be able to write all of this without ever lifting your pen.
Hmm.
And then Brick just starts throwing up vomit. Throwing up blood. It's
Oh
like
no.
I think I need to get back to a medic.
That seems like a good shout.
Okay. Just like we'll show you where we are. We don't live too far from here. But if you four want to continue to come back and study this area, absolutely you can. At least until you're all wounded and like bandaged up. I don't think you guys as communicators are working down here because we confirmed that Clovis has to like poke his head up to talk to people.
Hmm.
He has to like go back to the surface. So you guys would have to leave this place to go back. If you guys do decide to leave this place, which is perfectly fine, like you will be in a place that you do not recognize. Like directly above you, it looks like this.
Oh, it's pretty.
Is
It's
that
pretty.
lava?
What's that?
Is that lava?
It's it's not definitely not lava, but it's pure magic.
It's my. Oh, jeez.
Don't go swimming in that.
It's like all the darkness is corruption. Like that is directly above you. And like it is tier lower. Like you guys are yeah, you're still like here, but dangerous. But Renic, even from below, your detectors are detecting the four missing crew members
Oh, in tier lower.
in tier lower, directly above you. If not directly above you, above and like two. Actually, let me take a quick look because I know where I put them. Yeah, if you guys are here, they are above you and to the north. They are here.
Can I do that whole scouting thing again? Like,
Not they are not underground with you.
oh, okay.
They are on the surface. But you guys could definitely send a thing back that they are here in tier lower somewhere.
We have to stick our heads up.
You would have to stick your heads out. Yep.
I mean, we found them. We need to be able to send a message back to Silver Symbol and Lockstitch. That was our like entire goal of being here, or one of them at the very least.
We also need to take this stuff back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely. So, let me get you guys to the surface real quick so we can send Peanut the message to Peanut, and he'll be so excited. It's just competence. I forgot what it felt like. Sorry. So, oh shit! This is gonna be real funny, guys. So you guys get to the surface. You can send back that message. You figure out what cardinal directions are, no problem. And Clovis is not lost right now. Clovis knows the direction to the silver thimble. Like, um, we could, you guys could start marching back right now.
Um, so a quick question. So I've got this fever, right? And I know the only
Sure do.
prescription is more cowbell. What is the? How long does it last?
I think if you sleep it off, like get a good meal in you.
Okay. All right, so I don't have to do any sort of weird mumbo jumbo or whatever. All
I
right.
don't think so. I just yeah, trying to forcefully read this stuff can make you sick. Like I think for a while you might have like your phlegm is really 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 dark.
Got it. So what I'd like to do is after I mean, because we still have not had any solid hits on any of our missing crew members.
No, they're
Um,
here.
oh, they're here?
See,
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit.
the equipment we brought to try and find them is telling us that they are a little to the north of where we are currently standing.
Oh, perfect. Well, never mind then. Carry on.
Oh, okay. So here's my question to you guys: do you head back, or do you want to be? How I would do this is at the end of tomorrow's game, you guys' characters would just meet up with those four.
I think we
Like,
want to be the heroes and be documented as being the heroes.
does that mean you want to be the ones that find them?
Yep.
Okay.
At
I
least I
think
do.
so.
All right.
You
So
didn't
we
give
actually have to like draw the curtain on this game because this game picks up at the end of tomorrow's game. Don't worry, you guys don't have to be there for it. Like I will not do anything like with your characters so much as like when you guys show up there, you can basically show Peanut proof that they are alive and safe.
That's how we get paid.
Unless you want to be there. If you guys do want to be there, absolutely. At the end of tomorrow's game. But a thing that we notice, Vidra, um, on your walk back, like on your walk to the north, is we come across a statue that looks like it has been here forever.
Mm.
It's like it's ancient. It's like solid gold. It's a little bit pockmarked with with time, but the corruption doesn't seem to have ruined it.
Is it a
Clovis,
bobblehead?
this one is not a bobblehead, but Clovis,
Shucks.
you know that this is one of the good luck marks around um all around Tirloa and all around the world. It hurts your head to think about it. Like you don't remember, you know exactly what it is, but you don't remember ever seeing it in your childhood, you know?
Mm.
Wait, did it just move?
I moved it because I didn't like where it was.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But you guys can all increase the luck of tomorrow's game if you just donate something to them, to the
I'm,
Krieg,
I'm
to the
Ooh.
going.
Golden Gecko.
I'm going to put the mall onto the golden gecko and leave it as an offering for the next adventuring party who comes through.
You just, as you set that down, you hear in your head, cha-ching. Actually, it's not in your head. Everybody hears the cha-ching.
It's like a big giant reverberating gong. Cha-chung.
Renic, this thing looks suspiciously like Krieg.
I don't think I'm gonna touch it.
Same. It, in fact, it does have null metal in it. Caustic.
Does have no metal. I'm gonna say the end of it is dangling off of it, so we're not getting like a negative reaction to it right now. But like, because the null metal is on a very specific part of that weapon. Cass said it very specifically that only the hammer side of the maul has null metal in it, and the axe is actually safe. And like
Mm.
the handle is safe because Clem was using it. But yeah, we gotta remove the null metal. We gotta remove the mauler for now.
I'm going to take a photo.
Absolutely. And it's a great photo. You don't even have to roll. It's a 20. It's gorgeous. Like, you managed to somehow, like, you can take 2 photos. One of them makes this amazing scene. The other one catches you all in reflection as in a badass adventuring party.
I'm thinking I might make a book about my photos.
It's like, right? You gotta spread the word of Krieg as well. Like, you gotta spread the Golden God. This gecko is gonna get out of hand.
Quickly.
So, oh, how can I do this? So, you guys journey north. Clovis is able to lead you guys through here pretty easily, like dodging like the you know pit traps and situations in this place. You see some huge monsters walk by. At some point, you could swear that something the size of like something the size of the academy, something the size of a huge fucking building just walked by. But you could barely see it. Like through the coverage, all you could see was a massive shell and huge spikes along its back.
It's great to be home.
And then up ahead, you guys see what looks like a golden path, or if not golden path, it looks like a path. A very well
About to
worn path.
say.
Not it's definitely not a golden path. Like
The yellow brick road.
the yellow brick road is like why I called the path between Dyad and Yoke the golden path. Like it is a yellow brick road. Like I'm making a little like joke about like yellow brick road. And I was like, oh, it's golden in color though. And then like we made gold really important and gold important to magic as well. I'm like, oh, okay, it all makes sense on accident.
Mm-hmm. Love it when that works out.
It's really good when it works out. But you guys hear the sounds of wagon wheels like squeaking and going, and like the sound of like raised voices, and then the screen goes black, as that is when you will meet up with tomorrow's group.
Mm.
Nice.
It's like, okay, so what did we learn? And like quick recap for today's game. What did we learn? Um, if so, when you guys went into the underworld a little bit. You guys dug into I went to the tunnels to help with help Clovis find what's going on down here. And you guys documented a ton of stuff, like we know more weaknesses of the corruption. We know how to deal with the corruption. We have a backpack full of a corrupted mushroom, and a cannon full of corrupted thread, which will be a delight for everybody. We met up with some mole people that live underneath Tier Loa. We didn't get to see their village, sadly, but don't worry, they do. It looks like this. I'll show you guys. Here it goes.
Oh, cute.
It's adorable.
I like that.
They got a little adorable little village underground. They hunt monsters. This is the inside of the tavern. But you guys are very mission focused, so we're going to try to find the team. We found them, all 4 of them. They're all in the same spot to the north of you. They're in Tier Loa. Like, we prayed to the guy to the golden statue, so that tomorrow's game is going to be a little lucky. I'm going to give them a 20 that no matter what any of them can use at any point. So there's 1 golden 20.
Yay.
I don't know why the Let's Play channel and the LS Play channel is a horse. It was really weirding me out earlier. I just left it alone. Now it's the captain. So, and then you guys heard some like the sounds of like what like a battle is over, but they're like recovering from that battle is the sounds that you're hearing. You're hearing people crying from medics and stuff. As you approach the sound of large wagon wheels. You also saw what could only be described as a Tarrasque walking through this forest. But don't worry, we met some cool little mushroom folk, and they wanted to be turned into gold, so they're turning themselves into gold. This is what their village looked like, but we didn't follow them either.
I almost did, and I can actually because one of them still has my little tag.
Oh yeah, you'll be able to like figure that out.
It was that it turned into a plushie.
And yeah, so now we are on our way to meet up with the group. And so tomorrow's game, everybody, it starts an hour earlier at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it will probably end an hour later than normal because we're making up for 2 games. We're making up for another game. Like I'm still spitballing a bunch of ideas about like an intermission situation so that everybody can get up and go to the bathroom. But tomorrow's gonna be really busy for us, so please thank you guys all so much for the support, but we've got a doctor's appointment at 9 in the morning.
Mm,
Good luck.
Wishing you good luck on that.
yeah.
Yeah, she's got CT scan first thing in the morning. The worst part about like not even that like that's not the worst part of tomorrow for me. The worst part of tomorrow is on Tuesday. You're gonna do apartment inspections, and I gotta like make sure everything's like clean.
Oh,
Ick.
Fuck apartment inspections. Leave us alone.
Yes.
We pay you.
Right.
But tomorrow's game is a combination of the the start of the season for Silver Shadows Trail of Echoes, and it is also Tarkus's Rose birthday game. And we are debuting the new theme song tomorrow, and it's going to be cool. And I'm really looking forward to this. We're going to see some like big stuff. It's going to be the longest month ever.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for playing. You guys did you killed it. Just fucking did exactly what I wanted you to. Research this shit and
It was
kill
a lot of
giant
fun.
worms.
It
It's
was
gonna be
the death of that worm was, yeah.
yeah, that was pretty epic.
just fucking just murdered it.
Listen, the
Yeah,
dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
They sure
Renic,
do.
this does seem to be playing pretty good when you get the sky knives out there, though, right?
We just need more pairs of sky knives because everybody that's used the 2 people that have used the sky knives thus far have been incredibly successful with the sky knives. I think Karam rolled a 20 with them as well.
Nice.
So yeah, that's it for me. And now I do really have to go to the bathroom.
All right.
All
Let's
right.
go that
It's a great time
direction.
to wrap up. Alright, so we're gonna hack off and we'll see y'all tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific. Bye.
Thank you guys so
forever.
much. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye forever.